Last where we left our heroes, they just entered a town and heard a scream from one of the recent buildings to find a woman cut in half. Or at least, not cut in half, sorry, slain by some claws. Uh, when the mayor told them to leave the case shut, at least leave it alone, they did, and then later on the day, they found some mysterious things. One of them saw the beast from building, and the other one found the body dropped behind them, and it was more disheveled and torn apart than before. Now they are. Now they are at the. Now they are. I think they. Sorry, yeah. Now they are tasked with finding the beast by the mayor and trying to capture it. Okay. You guys are now. It's still in the middle of town. It's still nighttime, and the mayor just tasked you with find the beast. Gray, you just said a cool, badass line. What do you guys want to do?
Cool.
I guess we should probably suit up because what are we up against again, or did we actually ascertain what that was?
We
Somewhat of a
figured out it
werewolf
was
type of creature.
indeed.
We got to make sure we at least have some weapons that actually mean something against it.
You guys did get your weapons
Probably, yeah,
back.
but silver or shit.
Yes. Magical weapons can do the equivalent to silver, but if you don't have a magical weapon or I haven't provided you with one, we're going to need silver. Who here does not have a magical weapon?
Well,
Any of my
you
weapons
you
count
made
as
my bow a repeating one, though I have a normal short sword.
And I've just got straight up magic.
Yeah, I've got a halberd, a short sword, and a spear, and I got cure wounds.
Okay, I can make another repeating shot, another infusion with a repeating shot, or I can make another returning weapon. Zeno, sorry,
I have a short bow.
Darkasa, you have a short bow. Do you have a dagger or something that you throw often?
I don't throw a dagger, but I often use the short bow.
All right. Probably do that then. Adam, let's get something of your design made. Pick one, and I imagine we can fund whatever the cost is for the silver. Zeno, this will take a day. For the meanwhile,
I completely forgot. I have only one hand.
Yes, you have one hand.
Oh yeah, we should probably get that sorted out, maybe. Or I still think we should go with the idea of strapping a weapon to your arm and you can just poke at stuff.
You mean
And
creating
just
an
out of-
artificial hand?
No. I
Uh,
mean like taping a dagger to your fucking nub and seeing what goes.
Out of character, I believe something about that and prosthetic arms, like an arm cannon, would be in Tasha's cauldron.
It's also in artificer class. I can make it, but he didn't want one.
I said
He
not
wanted
yet.
that magic weapon hand.
Right, weren't you
Also-
constantly casting like a mage hand or something?
Yep.
that
Constantly
going?
casting mage hand.
But that mage hand has a limit on on strength. It cannot do certain actions that was required. For casting, it's
Can't carry more
Ideal.
than 10 pounds.
Oh no, I think you were just using it for like basic mundane tasks, so you didn't feel sad.
Yeah.
yeah. For pulling a bowstring, that would be too much for a hand.
I could pull my bowstring with my other hand.
Yeah, but you still have to balance out the counterweight.
True.
Yeah, because that same force that you're pulling back on the string is also pulling back on your other hand.
Yeah, so I actually... Well, I think I already devised a method for this by using my teeth.
Teeth for
You
pulling
could
back a
pull the
string.
Back, wouldn't really.
Yeah, the teeth
Here's
pull
the-
back the string.
That would probably damage the string over a period of time.
Yeah.
And either damage
you
strike or
could
pull
just
out all of
you
your
could
teeth.
you could go for a fork-like prosthetic. Just have your bow in there.
String release prosthetic.
I think I'll just keep using my Eldritch Blast though.
Basically, getting a
Alright.
guts improvised arm cannon with a
If that's the
crossbow
case,
attachment
then
onto it.
Why
I'll
not? Why
give,
not get a crossbow?
Crossbow
Prosthetic.
attachment on your prosthetic arm. Just
Right.
having that repeater moment, and you just have a swindle next to it. Basically, an early version of a Gatling gun.
Well, if you're gonna be using Eldritch Blast, then I'll give the remaining infusion to Adam's spear. The returning weapon can help that. It's also a +1 to attack and damage. Could be useful.
How do
But
I
if
make sure to put that on the spear here? Do I just click it and hope for the best?
We'll have to wait until it's nighttime or when I get the next long rest. You were saying something, Arya?
yes, are we going to get our weapons back for this hunt?
I gave them back.
Cool.
By the way, Saltor will say that he doesn't need magical enhancements on his weapons. He has his divine smite and I guess power from his lord.
Praise
Right.
Jesus.
Mine's mine too, but you don't see me relying on just that.
Yes, Faith.
The bread bowl only does so much, but you shall not rely on it in the heat of battle. That is only up to your wits and skill.
The Red Bull may be mad if you try to rely on it in battle.
The bread bowl will overtake you if you rely on it too much in battle. It is the Ares of this day and age.
I see. This religion you worship. Quite something. Anyway.
What do you
We don't know the location. I've lived in a day and age where there were different gods. It's odd to hear it, such as that. We don't know exactly where this creature lives, its habitat. I don't really know how much you guys know into hunting such creatures. I know, and I'll point to Arya. You said you were a part of a conclave of rangers? Would
That's
you happen
true.
to know how to track these types of beasts?
Well, I would have gathered more information or possible sources for hunting down certain shit, but there is no one of my conclave in this area. I could try and go track it myself,
Maybe you should
but
get a
All right. I'll
that would be
help
a
you
bit
with
of a
Hey, real quick. I kind of need one of you to make a perception roll. Whichever one, actually one person.
Ooh. Oh wait, that's the GM, but okay. Net 20.
Okay, Aria did a GM roll for me, and she got a nat 20. I'm gonna say something now. Aria, you noticed a sort of you know something about the body that you didn't see before, that now you saw before. Excuse you. You heard that? Excuse you, Adam.
They hurt.
But yeah, you look down at the body and you see Frost at the part where the part where the torso ends. You see a little bit of Frost.
Oh. Yay.
If you touch it, it's actually still cold, believe it or not.
But I don't get frostbite from it, okay?
just
Nope.
with my ex's heart.
But yeah, it's like like a little bit of frost on it, on the like uh like on the flesh of the bottom part of the torso, basically. On the very part of the torso, you see like a frost, a little bits of frost here and there.
All right then. Does anyone have resistance to cold damage?
No. But I do have detect magic as a ritual cast. Maybe we can see if it's an evocation or natural effects. Of course,
Try that out. Yes. Gain some more information if it's. Well, you
All
do the research on that part. It's your spell.
Uh, let's take this body to somewhat cleaner location. I don't want to pick up any stray magics. And he'll begin to try and ask around for a cloth and buy it and cover the body and take it to a cleaner area, more secluded. If you can.
Okay, if you're gonna move the body, then I'm gonna need you to make a strength.
Yep.
Yeah,
Can
pure
I
strength.
aid you in that? Can I aid you in that?
With advantage, you can make it with you can do it with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, he can. So yeah,
Yep,
roll with
you can.
advantage.
22.
Okay. Along with the help of Aria, Gray, you're easily able to get it to a clean place. The only place you can think of is Quincy's Tavern. That's because it's the only
Yep.
place you've been to. You go in there, and where do you want to take the body? Want to get to your room, put it on a table right there, or
First off, I'm gonna say, alright, I'm gonna go tell Root about the situation, see if there's an empty space we can borrow. Maybe the janitor's closet if they have one. And then he'll motion Arya to lay it on the ground for a bit and go up to Roots. Roots, do you have a spare room we could borrow somewhere clean? That's his name, right?
it's Quincy. His name's Quincy. It's Quincy's
Quincy's
Tavern.
Quincy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's called Quincy's
No,
Tavern
no,
for a
that-
reason. It's fine.
You know the guy with 3 fingers? That Quincy?
From TikTok.
Nope.
Yeah.
Forgot about.
It's fine. He's gonna look at you and say, "Well, I see you're taking on the case, so we got Janet's closet. It's way over there." He points to a room on the far end, right next to the stairs.
Thank you.
Of course.
We've shrouded the body, so there shouldn't be any. There shouldn't be any people who should be noticing this. We'll move quickly.
It's
Motion.
take your time. This town's used to it. Only the newcomers are shocked by it. Actually, we're still a bit well worried, but
Right.
it's just happened too many times.
This cannot go on any longer. And Gray will go back to the body and lift it up with Arya and push it into the janitor's closet.
All right.
There,
Good luck to you, boys. As he
He'll,
continues cleaning his bar. Okay.
after that, he'll motion Arya to leave the janitor's closet and he'll begin to conduct a series of tests. Basically, he'll put a probe at each corner of the room. Then he will make a magical circuit that will run through the body, and there he'll be able to tell the type of school and the type of the general magic within the body.
Okay. I'm gonna say make an investigation.
When I cast a
okay.
spell, I just outright.
Okay. Casting detect magic. Uh,
Yeah.
You don't really see any magic on it. There's actually there's no magic on it. Not even a residue of magic. The frost is not magical at all.
Perfect. As there's no magic on the body, He'll leave it and pick up the probes. Then he'll go to Arya. Arya.
Yeah.
Well, the frost on the remains has turned out to not be magical. This likely indicates that she was somewhere very cold when she died, or desiccated.
So we might be dealing with a corpse that has been dead for a longer period of time than we expected.
Well, we did hear her scream. The problem is this rapid degree of frost bite, as it were. I don't know many natural phenomena that can cause this.
Regardless
Especially-
on if it's a natural phenomenon, if we can figure out how they're doing it, maybe we can replicate it and use it to defend against the moss and stuff, because the moss doesn't like cold.
And depending on it, as long as we get the information, this could work.
Well,
I guess we'll
if
have
it
to
is-
check around town. See. Oh, go ahead.
if this is true, that it's not magically applied, but somehow manually aided, if it's from a poison or whatever a weapon was doused into it, creating this non-magical yet elemental effect. We might use this as an advantage against the moss creatures indeed. So if in
I
case we do
think-
find the murderer or what happened to this woman or who it did, I'd like to investigate a little bit before taking action.
Right. I guess we'll have to ask around, see if there's any cold storages places. Maybe the river's frosted over recently. Check those areas out.
Wait, HR, you said that the end of the lower body was frostbitten, right?
Well, the end, where the
it's
torso is,
torn off.
Yeah, where it's been torn off. It was a bit frostbitten.
Is
Even
the rest
the
of the body also frozen?
Oh, yeah, where the wounds are, like in general, are those frozen over too, or just where the otherwise inflicted wounds?
Because if it's only the wounds
Um,
or the whole body.
Well, as far as you can tell,
yeah.
it's well from what you could tell, mainly though some of the runes have the frost on it actually, not the parts where not the parts where like it was torn open, like you can see like a little bit of frost where the heart was taken and a bit of frost where the liver was taken.
So it's only frost in like the
Hmm.
physically touched places, not the otherwise ripped asunder places.
That means this creature has the capability to wield frost. Okay.
That, or it's a very intriguing way to perform surgery on something.
Are there frost trolls in this? Can they do that?
Hmm.
All right.
Well, I mean, if we're going to check cold storage, I mean, the easiest thing to do would probably just be to check the tavern's cold places because, well, I mean, they got to store the food somewhere, right?
Well, the issue isn't that. It's the fact that this may have misled me. This creature does not use cold storage as a means to hide or to dispose or desiccate bodies. Its inherent power. This might indicate to us now, instead of it living in or hiding in cold storage, it rather has a basis in freezing temperatures. So yes, we should definitely check out cold places because this is where this creature was probably born or granted its inherent powers from. But it's not a likely indicator.
We
Gray.
did spot it on the roof of a church, so we might as well check the cellar of the churches.
Gray.
Yeah.
Make a quick history roll.
Okay. 21.
Okay.
Plus guidance. Oh yeah.
I
Oh
will
yeah.
say,
That's
with 21, it's fine. As you hearing these, the coldness and how it seems like it goes, this is starting to sound less like a werewolf. Like
Yeah.
it's not sounding like a werewolf. It sounds different. You just can't tell exactly what it is.
I've only been so far around the world. Any ideas on what creatures are inherently cold?
I
Oh,
know of a
werewolf.
frost salamander, but that's it.
Think that's going to cause as deep a wound as what we're seeing here.
Yeah, not, and it would probably eat a corpse instead of just tossing it around town.
That
It
or it's a
would be
big salamander with a very picky palate.
This
yeah.
creature.
So it's more of a sentient humanoid than still.
So the issue is, we know the creature's capabilities. It can walk on walls. It has the capability or hunger to feast on people, and it has the well, I keep on saying capability, but it has the power to blend itself in with the surrounding town.
Don't forget that it has the capability of also freezing his its subjects.
Though a
Could
frost
it have?
salamander is
Oh, go ahead.
pretty on the point if it's the case.
Are there any like chemical combinations that you know of that might actually cause freezing on impact that they might have used
Well,
on any weaponry?
my own Fray of Frost uses some of those chemicals. On touch, there's a very peculiar combination I can go into, but I don't know if it'll make sense to you.
I know yeast and stuff like that from bread, but I mean I'm not too inclined. I was just hoping you might have an inkling of knowledge of how this capability might come across to someone that can blend in so easily, if it even is
Frankly,
a someone.
frankly, I have no clue. This the combination is not inherent in nature; it's man-made. Of course, obviously, this creature is magical, so I have no depth and realm to its knowledge. But if we're to find this creature, we need to set up an ambush. It likes hunting. It continuously eats, and it makes part of the hunt, the game, a mockery to the people living in it. The victims that we've just found was not just one of the only people with a full corpse, who was the only person with a full corpse. And now, when that incident was stopped or couldn't occur, he went out, or it went out to grab its corpse, desiccate it so meticulously that it had to show its might or some way as a sign of domination.
Did we find any similarities between the bodies? Were they related in any way? Like even if it was just like maybe
That's
gender or
another thing we need to
general
check out.
appearance?
I haven't checked out the bodies or another victim that's fresh. All the other ones that are already in the ground. We have to talk to the investigators and, well, yeah, we'll have to talk to the investigators about the similarities between the cases. See if
I
there's a
think you
pattern.
are all forgetting one major thing.
Go ahead.
I am small, yes, I know.
It is very interested in me.
I'll use you as
Ooh,
bait.
that makes sense. Yeah, bait.
All right, you did tell me about that.
Well,
And it
either
didn't
way,
seem
we
to attack me, it more seemed to want me to see its handiwork.
Well, that right there was a part of my first argument. We were the ones that stopped it from doing its decadent act of desecrating this corpse. I think it's picked you and us as a what's the word for it?
You think it's premeditated in any way, or the targets are random?
Capability, I would say it's a mix. It clearly has thought and knows who and what threatens it. So probably both.
Well, if it's taken a specific interest in us, I doubt that it'd be a good idea for all of us to split up for a large instance of time. So,
Is it is an ambusher.
and besides, my little legs can only carry me so fast, and I'd probably have the least capability of survival.
Sato will look down at you boys, and say, do not worry, little one. I will protect you if when your little legs cannot help you."
I will stay out all night.
Can I see if like we can give Salter one of those like baby carrying things that people can put on their chest just to have me sitting in it with a spear?
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, we have a course of action. We need to first talk with the investigators. Then we need to set up an ambush with the right weapons. Having magical weapons should be a good thing for each of you. This armor I'm wearing is not the best option in this scenario, as we might not be able to do damage if it's similar to a werewolf.
Well, in that case, do you want to take one of us to hang out with you while the others go ask for investigations so we don't split up in too little of groups, but we still have some form of fighting chance?
I figure as long as we're in the public spaces, we should be fine since it's an ambusher. And
Well, that didn't exactly save the first one, because remember, she was attacked in the middle of like right behind the crowd.
we didn't see the creature then. It ran immediately when it heard us even approach. As long as we are seen in the public eye, multiple people around us, we should be fine. But you're right. Every step should be taken with caution.
You gotta keep in mind that it's getting darker and there's less people out on these streets.
As long as we're in the tavern, we should be fine, though. We should still take up the caution of doubling up on rooms, just in case.
So tonight we can just kind of keep an eye out, double up on rooms, and in the morning then we can go see if we can get the investigators to give us any information we can use.
Yes.
Guys, real quick. Xena just asked me a question. The time of day. It is. I was like, you guys technically found the body around morning. It is getting towards. It's getting close to around late after. It's getting close to evening right now. It's getting closer to afternoon. Like it's getting close to the middle of the day. Because you guys So yeah, time flies
Well,
by.
I'm going to meditate because I'll have my PC stay up all night.
Okay. Dakaza, you are now meditating as you get ready for the night. Everyone else?
Let's.
I'll probably just take the time to sharpen what weapons I've got handy to our little artificiary here to make sure anything that's not magic is sharp enough to do something.
I mean, I'm bound here. You guys can go and talk with the mayor about these investigators and ask them if there's any differences and patterns in the case. I mean, you guys might find stuff that they will not. Fresh eyes are very important in these cases. But you just need to leave the spear here. I should be able to form a circuit soon enough.
I'll try my best with what little forward-facing eyes I have.
All right.
So who's tagging along with
Salto would tag along.
I imagine Arya would, but they're taking a leak. A leak.
They're taking a link. You just hear "Hia" in the bathroom.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Breaking pots on the toilet.
Yes.
Do you reckon if we scream loud enough, he'll hear us through his headset and be like, "Yeah, sure."
I mean, most definitely.
Well, we live in a duplex, and I really don't want to do that and have our neighbors come and scream at us. So anyone else who wants to offer that opportunity, go right ahead.
I'm good. I don't want to blow out another mic.
I live in a household where screaming.
Oh wait, I forgot. He's the guy who lives with his, well, he lives with his family, and he has to very silently do his little D&D bits. Oh, that'd be
Or you
lovely.
keep forgetting that I have a Bluetooth headset, have both my Discord mic and my Bluetooth mic on mute, and just keep on listening to what you guys are saying.
Ah,
That is also an option.
There.
That
Just
is
talk
the
to us.
ultimate power
Only.
move.
Yes. Razor Kraken, Razor Man of War, man. So, but I
Gas
will
station
be
too.
I will be hanging around with our with Gray, if that's correct, the artificer. Yes, I will be his backup. So while Zeno
Well, his
and
and the meditating elves.
yeah, you were to go. Zeno was going to take the night guard, if I was correct.
More like bait.
Yeah, night bait, sure.
As of now, it's only getting closer to noon, so we've still got a bit of time until it's prime time for this thing's hunting. So as long as we stick closer together, and then if it's getting closer to the middle of the day, it's just about going to be a rush. So we're going to be in the middle of a thicket, so we should be fine. Me and Salto, anyway.
guess that's the one. You should be fine until nighttime.
And I mean, I've got dark vision. I could see a little bit better at night, anyhow. So it's nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Yep.
Then leave your spirit with me and go talk with those investigators.
Have at it. Enjoy.
All right.
Okay then. Okay, so I'm gonna say right now we're gonna roll initiative to see who we see goes first in the perspective. Okay. Not one, Adam. Okay, hold on. Let me roll one for Salto. See what he gets.
And my perspective doesn't matter, I'm sleeping.
Nope. 14. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. So we'll start with Gray's group. Okay. So you guys are still in the tavern watching over the cause, I'm guessing, while Gray is uh trying to enchant these items that he has.
I
I'll
gotta
be
add, I love that point too.
I'll be in the middle of mainly probably laying the spear to the side and mainly inspecting the spearhead and the course of the spear, thinking of ways to mainly return the weapon to its rightful owner.
You see and carved in the spear, you actually see a baguette carved into it.
Yes, I say yes.
Yeah.
I pick up the spear, weigh it a little, take measurements, write down notes, and that's what I mainly do for my time with the long rest.
Okay. Aria, what are you doing?
Well, maybe just decorate my longbow a bit with my wood carver's tools.
Okay, okay. Uh, okay then. If that's all you guys are gonna do, Zeno, real quickly, I want you to
He's
make.
meditating.
Yes, he is. But I want Zeno to make a insight roll real quickly. Sorry, Dakaza. I kept saying Zeno. Sorry, Dakaza. Ooh. Okay. As you are meditating, uh, you you hear inside. You hear your mask start talking to you. Actually, believe it or not, for once, it's actually talking to you. And at first, you hear this. So, you getting ready for a fight against a monster? I'm gonna love.
Hopefully, it won't be a fight.
Things usually end up in a fight. No, that's not really true. Things usually can go nice if you talk it out.
I'm sorry, who are you, second voice?
Surprised you don't know about me. Thought they would have told you about me. Well, I guess
Excuse me,
the other one
they?
did. Though I guess the other guy didn't want to tell you. No, I didn't really want to tell you, considering how much of a jerk you are. But if you really want to know, you're gonna have to persuade the guy to persuade the robotic guy, according to you, I guess. Right now, I want you to make a persuade roll if you want him to tell you what he is. It's a nat 1.
Yes.
You hear this.
I have no persuasion.
I'm not going to tell you. You're not ready. Not yet. At some point, I will tell you. But when I do, don't be so shocked. And with that, they stop talking, and you go back to dreaming. Okay. That's it for you three. I'm now going to switch over to Boris and Sartor. Boris, give me an investigation roll to find the investigators. That's an 8. Let me roll. Let me see if Sartor can help you. Actually, since Sartor's helping you, that's a 14. Actually, you got advantage with it. Good job. You guys, it's relatively easy to find. Don't worry. It's actually, believe it or not, it's this building right here, number 7. You
7 left.
Yes, 7 left. You find the police station, I guess you could say it is, and you go in. Wait, nope, sorry, that's wrong. Sorry, this is the police station actually. Sorry, I remember it now. But you find the police station, and you guys walk in, and you see there's a bunch of people there. The mayor's even there, along with his advisor.
Sulfur, lift me up. I need their attention.
Of course, that's a 1. As he gives you, he lifts you up, and he gives you a boost by lifting you up by your armpits, and basically hold you like he's holding you like he's holding a ventriloquist doll.
All right, listen up here, shit lips. There's a monster in these parts, and I need info.
Every guard looks towards you.
Please.
One guy in the back. Another guy in the back. You hear one guy in the back. Well, if you said please, maybe.
I retract the shit lip statement if you give me information.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. You and all of them say, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's fine. And you hear this, you hear this big booming steps as the lead investigators. You see a shadow on the wall. He looks like a big booming guy as he comes walking in, and as he rounds the corner, you see a gnome walking, sculling on his feet as he comes in wearing a suit and has a briefcase and everything.
Saltor, put me back down. I can talk to this man.
Of course, little friend. As he puts you back down and stands behind you, he starts talking. He starts looking at the other police officers as you start to talk with the little gnome person.
All right, so I was tasked, along with my other compatriots that are currently otherwise preoccupied.
He stops you.
And-
He stops you by basically putting a folder in front of your face. Here you go. This is all the information for the other deaths. The man told us what you were doing. We've been trying to figure this out for a long time, and we've reached dead end after dead end. We hope you guys can. We hope you guys can solve this, because we tried our best.
That was easy. I guess that's really all we need. Thanks.
He looks at you and gives you a sort of wink, and says, "Hey, us short people gotta look out for each other, huh?"
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Anyway, hope you can prevent any further attacks in lieu of any danger.
Trust me. This thing usually doesn't attack day after day. You know, usually it takes like a week. The only time it attacks day after day is if it's got personal interest with someone. I guess I don't know. I guess if it's like after someone, who knows? Honestly, these scenes just seem. Hey, what?
Well, you see, don't worry about it. We'll figure this out. Thanks anyway. Have a nice day. Come on, Salter, let's go.
Of course, little friend. As you walk out, the little gnome scratches his head, while also, like I said, and then his hand goes from his head to pulling on his beard.
All right, let's go back to the tavern and meet up and see if we can put some more eyes on this folder, because I'm not reading all this.
Of course, little friend. As you guys go back to the tavern, you see Darkaza is still meditating, and Gray and Aria are doing their own thing.
How thick is this folder, by the way?
It's
What?
The folder is pretty thick, but it's not thick enough to the point where it's like a year's worth of deaths, basically.
Well, I brought in this information from the gnome captain, and well, he gave me all this, and now I really want to split it up amongst us because I don't want to read all this myself. It's all the information on prior deaths and any knowledge they have of the case.
Okay. Since you guys are going to investigate, whoever's going to investigate the files, I'm going to need you guys to make a investigation roll, basically.
The belief would be also me
That's a
and
nat one.
our artificer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Adam, you got a nat one.
I think I'm gonna
Gotta
lead
roll
this one.
or two.
Can I also get a guidance boost, or is that like
I
once per?
I think mine's better. Yeah, mine's better.
Well, whoever's reading it is going to do an investigation. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with Gray. So
Um, Adam, you can't find anything. The words seem to be too little for your eyes to read.
My eyes don't go straight forward enough to actually comprehend what some of the letters are saying.
Yes, and the fact that you can't, your comment isn't really that great. You can speak it well, you can't read it well though, so you don't know what some of the words are. Sartor doesn't really find a lot. Mainly just sees random people death, and he doesn't really like looking at them. Aria, you don't find anything that much. Anything. You find the same thing as well. Sartor, some not really a whole lot of connection, and it's just some people dying. Gray, you notice that the first person to die was actually the advisor's wife,
Okay.
and from then on, it seems to be just a bunch of random people. Although
The advisors.
you notice that it started off with one person, and then as it went on, more recently, it starts seeming that the deaths seem to be increasing. Actually, the number of deaths.
How many are a victim of this creature?
As far as you guys can tell, combined, there are in 1 year. In 1 year, this has been going on. There have been a total of 100 deaths. It started off slow,
Here,
it started slow, and now it's getting to the point where this lady was the 101th death reported.
first 101 isn't a thing, but
I know. Sorry, my words are getting mixed up.
The 101th. Sorry. Oh my God, you made me say it.
First,
101st death. The the advisor's wife was the 101st or the first death?
The advisor's wife was the first one to die. The lady that you
Okay.
just brought in was the 101st.
are
Okay.
they all ladies?
No.
But no, they're not all females. A lot. It's a mix. Some are female, some are male. There are even some kids on there. It is,
also
and
see how it's
the races are also different as well. You see some half elf. You see a bit more half elves than other races, but you also see some dragonborn and some what other and some kobolds. Although not a lot of those.
Heck yeah, I'm not the tastiest of the group.
But we
Among the half elves,
yeah.
how many make up the general populace of the city? Has there been a lot? Has it been really common when we
Uh,
went to that major meeting?
there. When you give me a, I want you to give me an insight to see if you remember.
Okay. Got it. 24.
Okay, you remember that? You remember
Got it.
that there were a normal amount of half elves. You know, not a lot, not a lot, not that little. Just just like around, I'd say 1/4 of the town are half elves right now. You know, but you notice that this thing's been killing more half elves than the average, I guess, and then than the average
Okay.
killings. So yeah, it seems to like half elves.
Okay, so it's in comparison to the more common races, half elves seem to be more chosen in comparison to their appearance. Okay.
I will say, it is getting towards evening. Dakaza, you are now awake. As soon as Grace says that, Dakaza, you stop meditating. So yeah, welcome back.
Hey, look, he woke up.
The mask is not stuck to your face. Don't worry.
The advisor's wife, what race was she?
She herself was a human.
Human. So it's not.
What did I miss?
You miss a gnome being the captain and me calling the entirety of the guards division shit lips. Let's see. Uh, I gave the folder to everyone, and we've read amongst it, and we found that this this slew of 101th deaths here.
It's a catchy thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
what,
especially when
101
you
for
say it out of memes. But we found that there was literally no discrepancy in his killing. It's just wanton murder and eating.
Is that the same for everyone?
There seemed. Could you tell if there was like similar wounds on all of them? Was there any differences? Anything that stood out?
Gray, from what you can tell,
Would
Gray, from what you can tell, they all seem to have died the same way. You know, they all seem to be missing the same organs. But the level of gore, I guess, it does change a bit from every now and then. You know, like the reports of saying that the bone marrow was sucked dry, and that
Sounds like a serial killer devolving.
and that the actual I guess you could say the actual actually deformities of the bodies were I guess some bones like there's some points where the hand was picked clean. Actually, the advisor's wife, her body was mutilated. Like the points where you can barely tell was her. The only way they could tell was her was that the advisor recognized a tattoo that was on her arm.
Might be some sort of vampire.
Well, amongst the group, I've been reading the when they have documented the desiccation of the corpse, the organs that are gone, they match us to a T. The of one note, I must present that these killings have begun to digress. The killer is experimenting and digressing to a point of treating humans as mere food. But the killer is cautious, as seen from his lack of appearance in any of the cases and any of the killings. He still fears humans, but he is an unspeakable rage here. Of one case, this killer has chosen to ignore these random killings and specifically attack one person of higher power. It's the advisor's wife. The very first killing seemed to lead down this chain of deaths. Even her body was mutilated. The crime that lies with this sort of killing should rest with the advisor and the wife. We need to, well, whatever the blame is, he probably knows the key.
Well, what it sounds like is he started with her because he wanted to get back at somebody, but then he got the taste for blood and went crazy with something.
It could have been a what are they called? Wendigo.
Thing.
By the way, you actually hear from the from the tavern when you mention the advisor and his wife, you hear Quincy actually say, the advisor's wife. Tragedy, really, what happened to her. Especially after that huge, especially after that expedition with the advisor.
Tell us.
You go on.
Oh, of course. Well, I'd say a year and a half ago, I guess. The royal advisor, not the royal advisor, the mayor's advisor went on a little getaway trip with a hiking trip actually with a couple of buddies. They went to explore the mountains. When when apparently they got lost. They were stuck there for months. The only person to actually survive was the royal advisor. Thankfully, he had out long enough to a point where they were able to find him and rescue him. He was the only one to make it back.
We kill the royal advisor.
I'm sorry,
Yes, the royal advisor.
not royal. Sorry, I meant to say advisor. Yeah,
The royal advisor, guys. Come on.
yeah.
Kill
But
the
yeah,
on now.
advisor.
And so
but he says, if you want to talk to the advisor, he's probably in his office right now. You can go talk to him if you want.
I'm going to whisper to Zombie.
Call it right now and say if maybe the advisor is kind of in on this or something. Because if it was going after him, it would have just gone after him and his wife, unless it wanted him to suffer.
the
I'm going to
issue
whisper to
is,
Zombie.
go ahead.
Well, I think the advisor is a Wendigo.
Yes, I think it
Terrible
is
at
similar
whispering.
as well.
I say we
Now-
kill him.
We shouldn't go outright and try and charge the advisor. His position, as long as he stayed here for a year, has proved solid. That means he has a very good connection with the mayor and the local constabularies, the authorities here. This proves that we need to build a case here, and we need backing. We need to find evidence. Now, killing him outright, turning him into whatever the case is, now that can prove it. If we turn him into such a scenario, we can probably get him into that rage state. But there's another method that will involve a lot less bloodshed and more of a advantage when we go out to attack this creature, since
We
we
kidnap
don't
him.
even know the. Well, depending on how deadly this creature is, we may not be able to.
We should just crucify him and get it over with.
By the way, Salto will come out and will interrupt you guys and say, wait a minute, a Wendigo. I thought
Yes.
Wendigos were looking. I thought Wendigos were creatures that were, well, permanent. I mean, we saw him talk with the mayor in the sheriff's office. If he's a
The
Wendigo, then why
no,
isn't he full on? I guess.
it's always been like that to me. This
Lots of
creature has always had the capability to hide its appearance or identity and blend in with the nature or surrounding people. Obviously, when you confront like a chameleon, you would still see the creature or even rub by it on the occasion if you chance upon it. The the issue
How
here is
wild
he's
would
never been caught this entire year.
In
How
fact,
wild
some
he
would
might
insane.
not even be the original.
It's true.
Remember back at the
The
Moss Town, we
issue
thought
here,
that one guy was, what everyone was saying he was, and it turned out he was a faker. It might be the same case here.
yes, the this definitely is a shapeshifter of some sort. Whether it's a Wendigo or something else entirely, it shows signs wielding almost complete control of a cold, able to wield it at its fingertips, making it similar to nature itself. To be able to climb walls with reckless ease, eating humans with a hunger that is only similar to a wild beast the size of well, half a building. It it definitely has the capability, since it can't vanish in the air, the size of that creature. Either it shapeshifts or turns invisible. Probably both. What we need to do is isolate the creature, have it try and hide itself into this sort of stronghold. Then we use a method to bombard it and, well, just outright kill it. Such creatures are not supposed to be saved. They contain such a disease or curse that even I dare not examine such creatures. The steps we need to take. I've always obviously said my piece. Evidence. Anyone else have suggestions? Any way to lead to that situation?
Salto will say, What if we just confront him?
That's one method. If we taunt him into extracting his form, we can get the evidence all we need. But the question is, are we capable of taking down this creature? I would prefer that we had a keen eye onto his advantages in combat. Don't go reckless and face the moss with lightning, as I've told you, it doubles their strength.
Speaking of weapons, have you finished up with my spear yet?
Has it been 8 hours or long rest?
Uh, Not exactly. No, it hasn't been 8 hours yet. Since
It's been more like 4.
yeah, it's been like 4 hours. You
Yeah.
still got another 4 hours.
Oh, all right. Cool. Making sure.
It's about halfway done. Yes.
In the meantime, I will craft some more arrows, just in case.
Okay, make a survival roll.
It's a wood carver's tools.
Okay, then you have advantage.
You don't need to
I
make
wanna
arrows, by the way.
I know, since you give me a repeating bow, but still I can keep on making it. It's actually a passive if you read up on the tool PhD, or PHP I mean.
Okay.
Tool proficiencies.
I
under-
just didn't know why you were making more arrows, but okay.
Well, you never know if we ever have to, I don't know, get an improvised bow, or if
Yeah,
my
I
current
understand.
bow would be stolen and I have to get a new one.
Okay. Sorry about that, by the way. So, should we outright confront it? Or should we try and find some evidence first? I'll leave that up to you. Evidence of the creature's type and abilities, I mean.
I guess I'm just kind of hanging out here. I don't really have anything to do right now. I don't want to go out there on my own.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be a good idea to like stock up on supplies. If are we like doing this tonight or what are we doing?
I prefer it when we have the means. Tonight would probably not be the best, but we're probably gonna have to attack him during the night.
All right, well, I guess it'd probably be a good idea to just stock up on supplies and make sure we're not hurting on anything.
If anybody needs requisitions, do them now. Healing potions, the like. Speak it out.
I think I'll just go out and walk around town playing my guitar.
Guys, right now we're going to as you guys do this, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Okay.
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 Yes.
So by this point, you guys are ready, and it is now now nighttime. The sun is set.
Good.
Well, I'm going to go out on the town playing my guitar again.
Okay.
Dark
Sure you
vision
wanna
will
go out?
activate.
Anybody like without anybody? You just gonna go out on the town since apparently whatever's going against us just likes you.
Yeah.
Hey, I called dibs on his shit when he dies.
So
Oh.
nat one. That's a bad roll. You. It sounds like a cat screeching to the point where one of your strings breaks.
All right, if he gets
Oh, my string!
I still get stuff.
You mean your
So you're
underwear
now-
string or your guitar string?
It's a guitar string. You're now walking around town with a broken guitar.
Well, it's
Warning.
one string less. It's still a
Mournfully.
workable guitar.
Ukulele level or something plus a string.
I start playing it like a banjo.
Wow, that'll be
I'm
taken-
still using that performance roll you have.
get
It
that
still
nat one
sounds
for
like a
a
cat
reason.
screeching.
Very interesting.
Okay, so Zeno. I was like, Dakaza. Could you change your name to Dakaza, please, Zeno?
I mean, what's the difference?
Because I want to call you Dakaza.
Well, I mean, it is in my Discord username.
True enough, but I'm not looking at Discord right now.
Fine.
Okay. Okay, so as you're
Oh wait,
walking,
hold up. I can't unless I refresh.
it's fine.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
no,
No,
no. You
no, no,
just
no,
go
no.
to
It's
the
fine. It's fine.
settings
It's fine.
display name.
Just
Yeah.
change the display name.
Now go to the cog wheel
The
in
as.
the top right.
In the
No.
gear tab, in my settings, just the first thing is display name. You can
No,
change
no,
that
no,
to-
guys. You just need to do that though. I'm saying like go to the little as thing under the chat box
Got it.
and change it there. That's what I'm saying. You know. But anyway.
Done.
Okay. Dakaza. As you are walking around town, make a perception check. If anyone wants to follow him, make a stealth roll if anyone's following him. Okay.
What are you doing against? Alright, I'll take a fast drink of water.
I was saying that if anyone wants to follow him, they need to make a stealth roll.
I'm still busy.
Ray, tell what-
weren't I teaming up with Gray?
Probably. I mean, I'm still busy trying to get that spear going.
Yeah. Okay, I was just saying if anyone wants to follow him. But okay, Takaza. As you're walking around, you don't really hear anything. You hear nothing. Although you do notice, although as when you get around to this point, you feel you start to shiver a little bit. It feels a little colder there.
Can I check for ghosts?
Check for ghosts. There is no
Not gonna
ghost.
lie, like,
The ghost check. Come on.
Based on your perception,
The ghost around.
yeah, there's no. yeah. Sure, Casper's there.
they're everywhere.
Casper's there. He's saying hi. But no, you also feel a little colder right there.
I'm going to try to investigate to
Okay.
find out what's causing this coldness.
Okay, make an investigation roll. That's nice. You don't know what's making it so full, but you can tell where the coldness is coming from. In fact,
I'm gonna follow it.
I'll answer right now. In fact, you stop. You stop right here. As it seems that seems to be the coldest spot. It seems to be getting colder and colder. You don't
Near the church.
and colder. Okay. Right now, you can't see. But you look around you. You know, all you see is a corner and an alleyway. You can't tell where the coldness is coming from. I need to make a quick roll, actually. Actually, no. I need you to make a... I would say make a perception. Okay. That's good enough. From behind you, you hear this.
Bunga, bunga.
Tic-tac.
Can I tell which language it's in?
It's not a language. You just hear growling.
Just general grunting.
You just hear a slight growling from behind you. You hear the whole from behind you. it seems right behind you, like right behind your head. And before anything happens, you hear a little. You hear something else. You hear it sniffing. It seems to be smelling you.
Our bait is working, guys.
I'm going to turn around
But no one's there to
slowly.
pull the catch.
Okay. You turn around slowly, and from behind you, and what you see. Now I'm only going to show. Okay, Nakaza, do you? Okay, I'm going to show you guys what he
Just
sees.
show
Okay?
me. Just show
Oh,
me.
just show you. Okay,
Just
sure.
grab the picture, save it to your computer, and upload it to his
No.
to his private.
I'm gonna show.
Is it a handout?
It's a handout. Yes.
Okay, just to me then.
Okay. Actually, what? I'll show you. I'll show you the picture. Yeah. Okay. I'll show you the picture on. Hold on. Let me put it in your journal. And that way you can open it. Okay. It should be in handouts,
Got it.
right? Now.
I knew it. I knew it.
You see that facing you. Its eyes are closed. And you can see its nostrils flaring as it seems to be smelling you. And as before you can say anything, its eyes open. And it sees you looking right at it. You stare into its eyes, and all you can see is the black void. What do you do?
Well, first. If it's
Oh,
looking
no.
into my eyes.
Okay.
You know, kindred spirit.
By the way, I'm about to say, you see the same thing.
If it's a Wendigo, fear nothing against it. It's basically the same thing, yes. Heart of Darkness.
In fact, Dark Kaza, this thing seems to. You see it smile a bit.
dark meat.
And
I'm going to take off my mask and smile as well.
as you take off the mask, the smile's gone. It sees your elf ears.
Ah, yes.
And right now, I need you to make a dexterity check. Or save, I guess, so yeah. You managed to avoid its claw coming right towards you.
I put back on the mask.
It doesn't matter. It's coming after you now. It falls on the ground, and you hear its bones. You hear its bones twisting as it seems to bend at unnatural angles.
I'm putting the mask back on to get the two voices to try to help me.
Okay. From both voices, you hear both of them at the same time. Now I'm gonna do this at the same time because I can't do it, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But you hear run.
No, he's going to walk.
As this thing roars, you hear it go as it starts chasing after you.
Well, I'm going to start running Assassin's Creed style.
Okay then.
Immediately.
Okay then.
In
Do
the opposite.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Actually, yeah. Do an acrobatics to see if you're gonna run this thing.
Ooh.
You are able to, you're able to keep up a steady pace and be ahead of it, but you can hear clamor about you. It seems to be crawling on the walls as it's trying to get near you, and it seems to getting closer. Though you're still able to stay away from it. At some point, you hide behind the corner, and it runs right past you, you seemingly lose it, or at least
Nope.
it lost
As
you.
it runs past me, I'm going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast
Okay, roll to hit.
with Sneak Attack.
Okay, okay, then roll to hit with advantage then.
Because the creature is technically hidden.
I did not hit.
You did not hit. In fact, hold on a second. Let me roll something.
It might see me again.
This is basically going to give it advantage as well. As it turns around. It sees you. That's enough to see you because you basically get your position away. And it sees you and it starts running after you again. See, and this time it's. I need you to make another. If you okay, what are you doing? Are you running?
No, I'm going to do this in one of these in his face.
What is this? Oh. Okay. As a bonus, could you please explain to the crowd what it is?
I summon a tentacle from my patron to attack for me as a bonus action.
Okay, well that's the, you're not in initiative right now, so yeah. Okay, but fine.
I'm rolling initiative now.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
No, I'm fighting this thing.
You're gonna fight it alone.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Roll initiative.
There was
nat
no
1.
token for me to select.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah.
You've been rolling that one's all night.
It got 15. So you
Are being
go.
attacked first.
Yes, you are. Are you sure you want to fight this thing? It's gonna fight you.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I win, I'm going to have a celebratory feast.
Okay. By the way, what does the tentacle do?
Bonus action. Since I did it right in his face, it can make a melee attack once per turn as an extra and takes 1d8 on hit damage. Cold or lightning, my choice.
Since you, okay. So since you did it right to its face, you can do, you could do a slap, basically. You give it a slap. Roll.
Okay, so
no effects. Just it's a slap because you basically slapped right at its face.
1d8.
1d8. Yeah, 1d8. Okay, you deal 7 damage. Good job.
And I'd say I'm within 15 feet of the tentacle.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Right now, okay, it is going to. Okay. As it does this, it's going to get closer to you, and it is going to. It is going to use an icy claw on you. It's going to roll to hit. Let's see if it hits. That's 21.
Does indeed hit.
Mm-hmm. Dealing 6 slashing and 2 cold damage. That's 8 damage in total.
You might want to add something real quick. You aren't rolling dice for that. You're just adding +3s. Or
Yeah.
Hmm.
You didn't. You just. It's just
Is
saying
the
rolling
creature just
3 plus
doing
3 strength.
averages?
It's not dealing.
What?
It isn't rolling the dice if you wanted to.
No. I don't
It's
want
just
to roll the
doing
dice.
threes.
I don't want to roll the dice.
Okay.
Trust me. I had to bring this thing down a bunch because of what it is. So yeah.
Well, my turn.
It is your turn. Yes.
Well, first I'm going to use my bonus action to make the tentacle attack.
Okay. Roll to hit.
He gets no bonus to hit.
Oh. Yep.
Still has to roll in
Yes, that's a roll.
attack.
That's a miss. Yeah, it missed.
It's
Wait, you can use your spell attack bonus on top of that, though.
it's a melee spell attack
Oh.
for your tentacle.
+5.
Okay, it hits. So that's 20, so it hits, yeah. Okay, how much damage is it with a deal?
1d8.
2 damage.
And that's lightning damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm
Still
not
enough
done. I'm going to
I know.
use command.
Command. Are you sure?
Apparently so. Wisdom save, bitches.
I don't know if you want to do
I
this.
guess a spell save DC of 13?
Yep.
Is the creature an undead?
And no, it's not. It's not
And
undead.
then roll wisdom save.
And it does have common as a language.
It does.
Well,
6.
And it fails.
Yeah, okay. What do you want it to do?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hold on. If any, the target moves okay, if he does target, follow your command. Hold on. Okay, if you just, okay, what was the spell do, I guess? Takasa?
I gotta choose a command.
well, then give it a command.
Gotta think of the one word.
I still have my movement.
Yes, you do.
Simple command sleep.
Sleep. That's gonna be difficult for it. Okay, you want to simple command sleep? It is going to fight back.
No, actually no.
Look, points finger.
No, I think I know now.
What?
I'm going to point my finger in the general direction of a house and say the simple command destroy.
Okay, sure. It turns around at the house and it goes to the house and tries to destroy it.
And I'm going to run.
Yeah, by the way,
Destroy
you're not out
Squad
of
Root
combat.
style.
By the way, roll a d12. I'm sorry, a d20. Roll a quick d20. 7. That house. You'll find out later. No. Fuck it. I'm telling you now. That house that you stand after, that was a
Orphanage.
no. It was a dog shelter full of puppies.
You think I care?
You killed puppies.
No, he killed the shelter. He only points to the building to destroy it, not the inhabitants.
No, that's true. But
And
the things
it's
are, but
one
the
round.
people are still
He's only
inside.
controlled for one round.
Yeah, I know, but still, if he's gone, you're not out of combat, Akaza. Don't worry, you're out of combat.
You think I care? I'm chaotic neutral.
Yeah, but still, you gotta have a heart. Anyway, you run and you are not out of combat. Congrats.
Again, Heart of Darkness. I've seen more up shit.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, you're out of combat. You managed to get away from it. You don't think it's following you, or at least it doesn't know where you're at right now.
I'm going to make sure when I'm running, I'm going to use stealth to make sure it doesn't know.
It probably could still smell you though.
What are you saying?
He probably can still smell him.
Oh shit.
Nat 1. Your guitar is making a lot of noise. I will say
How many nat ones has that been?
it's a lot of
Oh
Nat
my
1s.
God.
That's 4.
Okay, I will say you do hear some scuttering. But
I run for Quincy's.
okay. Make a athletics.
It's just saltos over the saloon doors.
16. You managed to get there in the fastest you've ever run. Actually, it's like one of the fastest times you've ever run, and you are out of breath when you get back.
Can I at least say?
You can save. You can save stuff. You can say. He's breathing very hard.
Wendigo, following me. Get ready for fight.
Okay, so you tell him what it is.
He just told Wendigo.
Nice. I can show people now. Do you want to
I
describe?
said Wendigo.
Do you want to describe what it looked like?
Ugly, kinda smiled at me. Don't know what it means.
Okay, I'll say
Did you have your?
Sorry, I'll say if you describe what it looks like, I'll show them the picture. Okay.
I'm
Did you
describing
have
what
your-
it looks like.
This is what he described.
No, but I had my mask on.
Wouldn't that be the same thing in some cultures? Just kidding.
I'm never going to live the whole hand thing down, am
Nope.
I?
No.
No.
Hey, actually, by the way, make a. I want you to roll to see if the mask is stuck to your face again. Just make a roll. Based on what happened. Because remember, you got attacked.
Yeah, but he also put it back on and got advised to run.
15. The mask is.
On.
It's stuck on your face. They are staying on you as they want to make sure you aren't dead. Basically saying nope. Basically like a protective parent.
Great, now I've got a protective psychopath mask.
Telling your mask is a tsundere or something.
I mean, it's obviously Sundre. Obviously.
I don't lean that way.
Too bad. You better hope that mouth is on that mask is movable.
Yeah. Oh, I got Shield of Faith. Oh man. Okay.
Hey, Dakaza, could you put your mass saving throw in your bio, by the way? Just so I know next time.
Sure.
Okay, so guys, so you're now in the tavern, and the guys just get back from outrunning a Wendigo. What do you guys want to do?
Well, you still have to share the Wendigo handout, though. But
Oh wait, sorry,
look,
sorry.
just
I thought I sent to everyone. I showed the players. Did I not?
no, it does not say no.
That's weird.
I see it.
Yeah, because
I
you said
don't.
it's
Oh wait,
originally from
that's
the
why,
first.
that's why. Hold on. Boom.
There we go.
There we go. Now we should be able to. There we go. I think you guys can see it now. So yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Sorry.
It looks like that one crackhead I saw when I went to Chicago that one time.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the first thing
crackheads
your
of
mind
Chicago.
went to.
I mean, that's all I could think of at the time. But like, I mean, I get what it's supposed to be, but like, that's all I could think of. Granted, it has more teeth than what that dude had.
Really?
So you say this thing was following you?
Yo, he was just straight up naked following you. That's kind of creepy.
By the way, Takaza, I should mention this thing was towering over you when it was standing in front of you. Like it basically looked. It even looked taller than Gray.
I've seen worse.
True. But remember, Gray is like Gray. How tall are you?
6'9".
Yeah. It looked taller than Gray, like about 7'5", maybe.
It seemed fine when I was wearing my mask.
Wait, how
Yes.
tall did you say it was?
7'5".
Dang, girls will be all over it then.
But, we'll make the point. You're an elf, right?
Yeah.
It has a prejudice against such creatures. Half elves, mainly. Are you half elven? Or just elf?
Full elf.
Then it's the ears, or something of that sort. Is it still following? I don't know. Readies his
I think it
arm
might
and
have been
the two of
as
the ears on it.
my guitar was banging all the way.
Alright. And he'll peek his head outside the door.
Aria will just just pull the string of her bow,
Gray, make a.
readying an arrow.
If you're looking for the Wendigo, make a investigation roll.
14.
You don't see any sign of it. You don't see anything actually. The night looks clear.
Well, it didn't follow you back here.
So I'm going to take some of the blood from where I was cut
Okay. Make a survival roll.
and put it on my mask.
Again, make a survival roll. See if you can see how much blood you get. 18. You get enough. You put on your mask.
I'm going to put it in a pattern on my mask.
What's the pattern?
Around the eyes, from the inside of the eye to just about the middle on the bottom, going from the
Just what you're
top in
trying
a
to
sort
curse
of
that object
moon,
for.
and then downwards.
I thought you were about to do the whole glasses and mustache thing.
No.
Okay, so you do that.
And now I'm going to try to patch myself up.
Okay, make a medicine roll. You managed to you managed to wrap your wound up pretty good. The bleeding, you managed to stop the bleeding. You gained back 2 hit points.
How many hit points are you lacking? Because I still got lay on hands.
Could you?
How much do you need?
6.
I'll give you 3.
Salto will give you 3 as well.
Thank you too.
Of course.
Okay, from now on, though, nobody goes out on their own.
Does the holy magic affect my mask in any way?
Make an insight roll.
Wow,
Not
another nat
one.
one.
That's your fifth.
You are too you are
That's
too
my
much in
sixth.
you are too much in pain to
Yeah,
notice
that's right.
anything your mask does while they're healing you.
Oh goodness.
So sorry, you don't notice
So-
anything.
So I think I found my curse here.
Yep.
If it's anything involving your mask, you can't tell.
No, my curse here is that I roll a bunch of nat ones.
Yeah, you do.
The Gus Crew lives through you.
He's bringing the curse crew to us.
I mean, if I
But
spend
I
5 minutes and lay on hands, I can cure a target of disease or neutralize one poison affecting you, but I don't think that really helps your case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
And it won't grow my hand back.
I just imagine like the points and then you get like little nubs for fingers just on the end of your stub.
The Deadpool hand.
The baby hand.
Imagine how big it must feel in this tiny hand. Go, 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 go.
No.
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
You know what?
Hit
Maybe
my
I should have
small
joined the
neck.
Wendigo.
No, please don't, please.
I haven't studied such a creature.
Maybe I should have killed and stole and then went back and paid off my debts.
By the way, Dakaza, did you tell them about the coldness?
Yes.
Okay, making sure. By the way, Gray, as you think about this, yeah, you should have realized this was a Wendigo a while ago because everything lines up now. The cannibalism, everything, so yeah.
That seemed like a wild creature to me.
Apparently a
I mean,
werewolf
there was
to
just
you.
Yo, I thought that thing was
Yeah,
a deer, it had antlers and shit.
a werewolf, a vampire, a Wendigo. I mean, that's up north. I didn't know how far north we were. Yeah. But going back to it, we got concrete proof. We got circumstantial evidence pointing to this person here. All we need is the means and the people.
Well, Salto will say, well, maybe now that we know who it is, we can probably confront them. Maybe they'll
Why don't we
explain. Who
just
knows?
kill this in the night?
It seems to be running around
Yeah.
active at night. From you, it seems to be strong, or at least strong enough during the night.
I used command on it.
Maybe get
It's
lucky.
not that strong.
It only added like a +3 in wisdom.
So the thing is, we just stand back and just like pick up something heavy and throw it at it and hope for the best.
Actually, I will
just
say one
keep
other
using
thing.
command.
I will say one other thing. Gray. You also
Yes.
realize you realize why you didn't think there was a Wendigo. Well, yes, it's not up north. You also realize the body count was a bit too low. A Wendigo's body count is mainly higher. Since this is you realize that now that this is like since it's like a fresh one, I guess. It seems to be a fresh one. It seems like it's still, I guess, something's still fighting.
Okay. Then this creature can be purified. Okay. So,
It seems weaker than other Wendigos.
Keep using command word on it and just keep saying fetch, fetch, fetch.
I only
Fetch.
got one. I only got one level 1 spell slot.
Useless.
So what do you guys want to do right now?
Go after it.
Yeah.
The sooner this is
I mean,
done.
might as well.
Yeah, the sooner this is done, the sooner we.
I will say, Dakaza, when you fought it, when you hit it with your tentacle, and when you hit the tentacle, it seemed, even the lightning damage, it seemed to have not affected that much.
Still, might as well fight it.
You want to go out and try to find it?
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, okay.
EPK.
Okay, so you guys will go out and find it. Is this everyone's agreement, or...
Yeah, sure.
Gray?
Sure. Let me actually. Okay. With that recent news of having information on the Wendigo, can I get a general sense of its power and strength as a creature?
Sure. Make a... I'm gonna say make an insight roll.
Okay. Could I use nature?
I would say no, because this thing is not of nature.
What about arcana, since it's not of nature?
Well, that's the thing. You're looking to see how powerful this thing is. This is more insight. That's more
What
you
kind
looking into
of-
someone's, yeah.
What kind of creature are we facing? A beast creature or?
Okay, so you realize that this is a relatively weak Wendigo, and it seems to be like a newborn, basically. Okay, it's fresh. It's not developed exactly, so it's not that powerful, but still pretty durable.
Okay. So pretty durable. Is there anything else to its capabilities?
Uh, you also realize that it's actually okay. I will say, from what you know of it, from what you know of Wendigos themselves, they seem to be resistant to cold. Like they seem to spew it. You know, they resist the cold, and they even are resistant to. I would say, hold on. They are resistant to. Found it. Okay. They are resistant to. Okay. They're resistant to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning from non-magical items. They are also resistant to fire as well.
Okay.
Well, actually, they're immune to cold and fire.
You're right. Actually, no, they're resistant to it. Actually, they're not immune to it.
Oh, so you're using a less powerful stat block.
Exactly. Like I said, I basically nerfed this thing for you
It's a
guys because
baby.
the original was a challenge rating 11.
Yeah, 7200 XP.
Yes. So I basically nerfed this thing so that way you guys can fight it when you guys need to.
And I'm guessing
Also,
Aura of
over
Starvation
here,
is in effect.
Huh?
I'm guessing Aura of Starvation isn't in effect.
You'll find out.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Let's just say you were never
With that information,
in 10 feet of it. At least enough to the point where it couldn't affect you. It won't affect you.
What type of creature is this? Is this a beast creature or?
An abomination.
Oh, okay.
I can.
A
I can do the whole
monstrosity.
beamed. Does that count?
say it again. What?
I've got the divine sense thing to where it can detect like the fiend sort of thing going.
Like Darkaza said, it's a monstrosity. Sadly, your abilities
Do you
won't
have
prove
detect
useful
good and
here.
evil?
That could work. I think.
Because if I remember my bestiary correctly, from when
Oh,
I
God.
was raised with the circus, there were certain things that were considered evil.
He said he couldn't.
No detect good and evil?
He doesn't have it, sadly.
Saotoa, do you have it?
Let me check for him. And he does not have that. Sorry. He would say, sadly, no.
I mean, it is a pretty useless spell.
It's not just that I may have had it at one time. I do not know. I try my best to protect things in the way I can. Even I do not know if things could be good or evil. This thing could be misunderstood for all we know. Although it seems to be evil.
I'm pretty sure it
Is this a river? Is this a river?
What?
Is there a river nearby?
This one here. River.
How far away?
It's outside of town. And they're not letting anyone outside of town.
No, but how far away is it?
Oh, it's I'd say about maybe 100 feet from town.
Okay.
From town, and not, basically from here, 100 feet.
Then I can't do that unless I were to go there.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Great.
big town.
Yes.
Do you know if there's any sewer systems running underneath this place?
How should I know?
I guess I will check.
I've been in this here as long as you have, but yeah. What are you looking for in particular?
I'm looking for anything in the immediate vicinity.
Let's see, 120
see.
feet of you. With this thing, well, you don't really hear anything. The most things you hear is probably. No, you don't hear anything. Sadly.
Yo, Quincy,
Yes.
does this town have a sewer system?
Oh God, no. The most we have what they call it, crab holes. That's it. Yes.
Shit.
Yeah. We actually have an outhouse at the back. If you need to use it.
That's not what I'm asking about.
Okay. That's fine.
Trying to look for anything that could be my ears and eyes.
Like a watchbird or something?
More like watch fish.
Up, he whispers.
Are there any thieves guilds around here, Quincy?
These guilds.
The puppy orphanage.
Actually, he's just about to say. Well, you didn't hear this from me since the authorities would shut down. But the last one I heard was actually hiding as a a puppy shelter actually.
Then I guess I took out the last bit of Thieves Guild.
I'm sorry, what?
The puppy shelter is gone.
I kind of stick to Wendigo on that puppy shelter.
You sick the Wendigo at the puppy shelter? You monster!
Sicko.
Well, how was I supposed to know it's the Thieves Guild?
It's a puppy shelter. What kind of town has a puppy shelter?
Yeah, that's honestly kind of.
I mean, there's a lot of towns that do.
Very suspicious. It was probably right next to a child orphanage.
Actually, it was.
As a 1d2, a child orphanage or the puppy shelter.
The puppy in the orphanage, the puppies in the orphanage, orphans were actually very good friends. They used to play around in the garden every day.
And right across the street was the toy shop,
Actually, right across
the toy maker.
Actually, right across the street. Actually, right across the street was actually the brothel.
Oh.
No harm there.
Well, I can guess where the orphans spend most of their time.
Well, they try to make sure the orphans were in the backyard.
Where did the orphans come from?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
how dark.
Can't work corners if you got a kid to take care of.
I guess I know where some of the orphans who didn't get adopted decided to work.
I thought they just ran away.
Oh,
Damn, little Timmy out there working the pole on ladies' night.
He's the pole cleaner.
yeah. Poor
He
Tim.
just cleans it with his bare
Well,
hands.
Well,
No.
Ab-
No. You see, to the king of the boys, he sings, "It's a hard nut life for us. It's a hard nut life."
Shut up, Timmy!
I'm sorry, sir. Oh, no, actually, I'm
Get
sorry.
back to work!
I'm sorry, ma'am. All right,
I
ma'am.
want it
Well-
spotless.
Of course, ma'am.
We get tricked.
well, I know where we're going after we kill this Wendigo.
Back to a bar.
Oh. The orphanage be like.
Hard knock knife. Oh, goodness.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do now?
Okay. We
Well, we'll go-
need.
Can I laugh at the orphans? Can I just laugh at the loss of the orphans?
No, the orphans aren't dead. The puppy
Oh, but
shelter.
they lost all.
They don't. The orphans don't know the puppies are dead yet. They're still sleeping.
Oh, wait.
Go
We need
on,
to go
turn
save the
day.
puppies. Okay, let's go save the puppies, guys. Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hopefully there's not a. Hopefully the kittens are still safe.
The kittens got 9 lives. They're set. We don't need to give 2 shits about them.
Oh, don't worry about
Yeah,
the kittens.
sure. We're going there to save the puppies, not to save the brothel.
Oh, don't worry. The kittens.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Quincy will look over at you, Aria. Did you say kitten shelter?
Yeah.
No, there's no kitten shelter. Why would we ever make a show for kittens? Absurd idea. As he continues to clean his glass, he laughs to himself.
They just let the kids roam the streets to keep the mouse problem down.
Exactly.
You know, crazy people. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to start speaking to Quincy in Thieves' Cant, just to see if he's part of the Thieves Guild.
Quincy speaks back to you in Thieves' Cant.
Oh.
Actually he gives you a wink as he continues cleaning glasses and turns from you as he continues cleaning
Finger
glasses.
guns. Finger guns. Hey.
With his hand.
Oh.
He,
Oh, no.
He gives you the best finger gun he can give you.
Actually, technically, I
Oh.
can only do one finger gun
You can.
because
One
I
club,
haven't
one
been
finger.
using Mage and.
Hmm.
Speaking of which,
Should we just go after it? Right now?
Yes.
You have the you have a mage hand on your wrist.
Let's
And-
kill this SOB.
Yeah, and Gray will go out. He's first gonna do a little something real quick. He's gonna cast Sanctuary on himself,
Okay.
and
Could you explain what
He's gonna head
sanctuary
out.
is?
Sanctuary, the wondrous spell in regards to warding a creature from all danger and manner afoot. Basically, any creature that tries to make an attack or, well, any attack against a warded creature with Sanctuary on it has to, make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must, and I say must, choose a new target or lose the attack or spell the creature tried to attack against the warded creature. That's it. Oh, and if it's an area effect spell, Sanctuary doesn't affect it. So you still get blasted by a fireball. Yes?
Even though it's only for 1 minute.
Oh shit! I thought it was like 1 hour. Never mind.
Nope, a
Not
minute,
yet.
man. And as soon as you walk out, it's gone. Phew. Shit.
Okay, bye bye puppy shelter. I'm staying inside. Yep. Let's just ruin that story moment real quick.
You guys should go try to find the puppy shelter.
I'm dragging Gray with me.
That's fine. He
Uh,
drags you with.
what's your strength?
But okay.
No.
Nakaza, make a strength roll. I'll say with advantage. Because I'm the GM, that's why.
Well,
He pulls you with strength that you didn't know he had.
No, that doesn't work. He literally actually can't.
No. I'm making it work. He
No,
pulls
the
you.
rules say it.
No. Hey, Gray,
Yeah,
if you're not going,
yeah.
he's pulling you.
can I use my mask to give me an insane boost in strength to carry this guy?
Hold on. Let me roll a d20. That's for one of them. The other one gives you a little boost.
I still don't think I can carry a fully metal man.
You're not carrying him, you're dragging him.
I still don't think I can drag a fully metal man.
Salto will help you.
While
Use
they are
persuasion.
fucking with each other, I will go in advance with my bow drawn
Okay,
out.
guys, just go. 22.
Go already. Jesus
Okay, Doctor Oz. Okay, I'll come.
By the way, he was
We may
pushing.
need you to shoot something.
By the way, Gray, Dakaza was pushing you a bit to pull. You were moving a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as Dakaza leads you to where he sent the Wendigo, which was right here. This is the puppy shelter. Actually, sorry, no. This is the puppy shelter. This is the orphanage, and this is the brothel. You guys go to the puppy shelter right there. As when you get there, you see blood everywhere.
Oh no! Wait, what's my alignment? Oh, it's neutral. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, there's blood
This
everywhere,
is not my fault.
and you see puppy corpses all over the ground.
With
I'm
frostbite
going
on
to
them.
pick one
Bit
up
of
and try
frostbite.
to eat it.
Eat him.
Huh.
You're gonna eat a puppy.
Yes.
I'm in the middle of eating a sandwich here, and you're eating a puppy.
You're gonna try to eat a raw puppy.
At least
Constitution
cook it,
save.
Hold on. Let me roll something quickly.
We're not. Well, I mean, I'm an animal technically, but
Actually- Hold on. Dakaza, make a.
I'm going to cook it first.
No. I want
No,
you.
you
No.
were eating
Dakaza,
raw.
I want you to make a wisdom save right now.
Sanity check.
Okay. As soon as you pick the puppy up, you feel your hand let go. out of your control, your hand lets go, and you hear this.
Oh, come on! Let me eat a puppy!
No.
No.
No puppy.
You ate a goblin. No puppy.
Yeah, that one's not letting you eat a puppy.
Right, I did eat that goblin once.
You did, and you threw up.
I completely forgot about that.
But yeah, you actually see. Okay, I want all of you to make a perception roll.
Ice.
Okay.
What's that?
Great, make a perception. Okay,
Yeah, I
go.
was trying to do that.
Good
Sorry
average.
for my sister. My sister is coughing right now.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
thanks to Zeno talking about eating raw puppy.
Okay, I'll say okay,
I got
Dakaza.
highest.
Okay, so Dakaza, Gray, and Aria. Oh wait, hold on. I need to actually roll one for Salto as well. Almost forgot.
Yes. Actually, I think Saotoa would have tried to stop me at least.
He didn't notice. 14. Okay, so everyone except for Boris, you guys notice a trail of blood. It's leading somewhere.
I'm following it
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay.
after pointing it out.
Okay. Well, you and Salto pointed out. As you guys follow it, it leads you to a building. This one, actually. On it, you see
Can I
a
kick in the
sign.
door?
Hold on. On it, you see a sign that says Advisor. You kick open the door.
I'm kicking open the door.
Okay. As you kick open the door, you see from behind the desk
And you got out.
Anyway, as I was saying, you see a man sitting, and you see a human old man actually sitting at the desk, startled. What are you doing? He's actually writing. What are you doing in my office?
Eldritch Blast.
You miss. People are crazy.
Are you the advisor?
Yes, I am.
We know what you are.
What I am? What are you talking about?
Fucking idiot is what you are. Get him, boys.
Battle map.
That's capture. He's only human still.
Only human. What's? Oh. I see. As he slowly puts the pen down. Now, guys, I'm gonna do a bit of story, so I'm gonna do a bit of monologue. So please don't interrupt, please. Okay? This is one monologue. Okay, guys. Just wanna say it now.
Okay, I won't interrupt with my usual gaffs and goggles.
That's fine. Okay, so he puts the pen down and he slowly looks back up to you. You hear about the Wendigo, aren't you?
We are?
He sighs. It's not my fault. I went on an expedition a year and a month ago, and it was into the mountains. We were having fun, and then we got hit by a blizzard. We were there for months. We were low on food. I did what I needed to survive. He looks ashamed. You can tell he tell what he's saying. He's saying he ate his other party members. He gave him to cannibalism. After they rescued me, I never wanted to think about that day again. It wasn't until I got home that I noticed a few things change. my I started feeling a craving for meat, really. I was eating steaks more often, I was eating everything, and yet no matter what I ate, I still felt hungry. I was having an argument with my wife when I felt the hunger. I felt the hunger again. Next thing I know, I'm covered in blood. And my wife was dead on the ground. It horrified me. I tried to I tried to hide it best I could. I cleaned the blood off and I couldn't bring myself to say anything about it. I then found out what happened. I had this thing inside me. This creature. If I just fed it, I could control it. But it seems to be getting. It seems to just be getting hungrier and hungrier, needing more and more food. I'm sorry, I wanted to stop, but I just don't know how. I just don't know if I can. Please, you gotta, please. I just feel so hungry. As he says this, you see him start to transform. His limbs start to expand. He gets taller. His bones are breaking and reforming at the same time. You see his hair fall off as his skin becomes taut, almost as if it's like clinging to his bones. His belly becomes just basically looks of it as he has eaten days. You can see his ribs, and you see two antlers burst out of his side of his head as the clothes fall from his skin. His eyes become sunken and hollow. And in front of you, the advisor has now become the Wendigo. You in this room, everyone, roll initiative. Bring your characters in and roll initiative, please. As this happens.
Can you just do the initiative tracker?
Yeah, sure, hold on. Boom. Let me clear this. I don't know why it's not clear.
Well, at least for us, it's on.
Boom.
It's clear on this map. Ah, goddammit.
Sorry, I had to clear it. Sorry. There we go, Gray.
Well, I just put in my old one then. 20.2.
Do I need to roll again?
Hold on, yes, please. Good. Adam, you need to click on it. You need to bring your character out.
Quite a big chair. If a square would be 5 feet.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry, guys. I didn't mean the map for to be this big.
So should the players be bigger?
The players can be a bit bigger.
Well, you're gonna have to do that.
Not bad for Saltor. Yeah, hold on, guys. Let me make your place a bit bigger. Hold on. So I zoom in. Boom. Sorry, guys. I did not mean for the map to be this big. I actually made it last night. I'm so sorry.
It's cool. I'm guessing it was only supposed to be like 5 by 5.
Yes, and I accidentally clicked on the wrong one actually, and I decided to just go with it. There we go. Let me roll the Wendigos in initiative. Sorry for the abrupt thing, by the way, guys. I had to do that so that way I didn't want you guys to interrupt by the Eldritch Blast. I had a big speech plan for him.
Shoot.
It's fine. He goes. Let me just organize it.
He goes second.
Descending. There you go. Yep. Aria, you go first.
Yes. Bonus action cast Sever Strike on myself. And
Okay.
rolling to attack. I assume a 25 will hit.
Yes, it hits. Sorry, I was shocked by that roll.
And thanks to Sever Strike, the whole damage is all force.
All fours. Okay, cool. So that is 12 damage.
Yep.
Okay. You see the arrows pierce into it as it seems to do it, but you don't. It doesn't really seem to hold in it actually. In fact, you see the arrows pierce into it, and the arrows fall out. It still seemed like it got hurt, but the arrows didn't leave that much of a mark on it, as it just roars at you. I'm not gonna do the roar because my throat will hurt later if I do it.
Fair.
Yeah. Next up is the Wendigo. Let me just make a. Let me just see here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just think about every square would be half. It would be technically 2.5 feet.
I need to make a roll quick, guys. Okay, sorry. Ooh. Let's see.
If that's a target, it's one of the paladins.
Oh no.
Crazy thing.
Or just skipped the DMPC.
Not really. No. That the Wendigo will actually go for Gray.
Yep. Oh.
Right. It is going to. Let's see. It is going to move. Oh yeah, it's gonna move over here, and it is going to take a slash at you with its icy claws.
Wait, hold up. If that's a target die and it's only a D4.
That's the reason why I did Gray. Sorry, there's no D5. I accidentally wrote D4.
No. Does that mean I'm immune because I'm wearing my mask?
No.
No.
No, there's no D5. And I accidentally
That's
wrote
a
it.
joke.
I know. But yeah, let's see. Going to do it's going to use Icy Claw to attack. Does a 22 hit?
Just barely.
Okay. Dealing 6 slashing and 2 cold.
Are
Yep.
you serious about it just barely hitting, or
Well,
does it actually
once I set up,
barely hit?
once I set up my combo, it will be just barely. But for now, it's by 4.
Yeah. Okay. It will end its turn. Dakaza, it is your turn.
Also, reach of 15 foot for Ice Claw. Nice.
It's a big boy.
Even though its range on the attack says 5 feet.
It's not. It's
Boy.
guys. It's not. You guys are not really 15 feet away from it. The room is just very.
Wait a minute.
Small.
I see my character in this turn order.
You're there.
I use Chill
Ooh,
Touch
no.
on it.
You use Chill Touch to hit. That hits.
Yep. One necrotic damage.
Nice.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I summon my tentacle.
Okay. So your tentacle. Put a little mark on where you want to summon it. Like a little black square. I guess where it is.
Ah, perfect.
But yeah, Aria, you got it's not really 15 feet away from Gray. This is a small room. It's just the diameters are off. Sorry. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Next up is Salto, actually. Huh. Sorry. Yeah.
I didn't take my movement yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were doing your turn. Okay, go ahead. Take a movement.
I'm gonna move to about here.
Okay.
Distancing myself from the creature.
That's fine. Okay, now it is Salto's turn. And he is going to... Oh, let's see now. What can Salto do? Salto is going to actually... Hold on. He's going to move right here. Yeah, right there. And he is going to attack it with... He's going to attack him, the Wendigo, with his... Let's see. He's going to attack a Wendigo with his longsword. One-handed as well. That does not hit. Why is it on advantage? He's going to stay there. And that will be the end of his turn. Next up is Gray. What are you going to do?
Okay. This door, as I was the last one to enter, I did not close it. I'm going to use the door as cover.
Gray?
Yeah.
That
What?
door is a... It's actually a door that swings outward.
I'm
From
going to
your view.
hold the door.
Huh?
I'm going to hold the door against it.
Hold the door against it. So you're
He's
hiding...
basically locking us in here.
Gray!
And when I'm going to take my turns, I'm going to shoot. I mean, I'm a rage spellcaster.
Okay, fine. Roll to hit.
What?
Roll to hit.
I'm not going to attack this turn because I use
Oh.
my action to disengage.
Oh, you're disengaging.
Bonus action I'm going to use. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm
Okay,
going
then.
to,
That's your turn then.
with my bonus action.
Oh, your bonus action.
I got. How big is this room? Since we're not using real estimates.
It's about... I'd say it's about... in all honesty, it's about 30 feet by 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I threw like something back here, it would reach over here, or over here,
What?
like a 20-foot range.
Oh, 20-foot range. Oh, if it's 20 foot, then it'd be from right here... Oh, dang it. Sorry. Be... It'd be from right here to... Dang it. From right here to right about... here. If you can see
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Gonna take that into consideration. But bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Salvador. No,
On who?
I'm gonna cast Shield of
Saltoa.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Boris.
Boris. Okay. Okay, could you
Okay,
explain to the
I'll
audience what that does?
So, Shield of Faith. It's a wondrous little thing. It adds a positive 2 to your own AC as an outside calculation. So whatever your original AC is, 18, you get a 20.
Nice.
Cool, I've got it.
18 now.
As
Yep.
long as his concentration stays up, he can give you a bonus of 2 points in your defense.
That's why I need the door. That's my turn.
Okay, then next up is Boris. Boris, it is your turn now.
Alright,
I'm going to use the Divine Smite
because
I'm not sure if I got my fancy weapon back, and I'm going to use this here short sword.
19. That hits.
And that's a wasted 25.
That's a wasted nat 20. Okay. Click the short sword. No, the underneath the 19.
Right.
Okay. Nice. That is a 9 plus 7, which is
9 plus 4.
No,
oh
9 plus 4.
9 plus 4. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, not 9 plus 4, which is a 13. Nice job. Although when you hit it, you feel as if it's not piercing all the way through. Like it's like the rating is actually doing more harm than the actual piercing.
Well, yeah, I figured as much.
Basically, what I'm saying
Oh,
is it took 2 piercing damage instead of 4.
Did I
By
get
the way,
that
you
spear to
do
him?
remember that my bow is magical due to the
It'd
artifice
be my
sting.
spear back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he never got a
Hunter's bow
spear.
is magic.
We never talked about it after the fact. Did I get it done?
Yeah, you got it done.
Okay, I'm gonna toss it into the
DM?
room next turn.
As Great Hunter just pointed out, his bow is magic +1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, that's it. In
This
attack
thing
and
is
damage,
not
it will,
this
it will
thing.
auto.
This thing is not immune to magic, and it is not affected. It's not gain more damage from magic.
No, but it won't be halved from.
What?
It won't be
His
halved from
weapon won't be
due
halved.
to. Yeah,
Oh.
because my weapon is magical, so it's.
No. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I see what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boss, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, then next up is Aria.
Ew. I'm take a few steps backwards and fire another shot from my bow with Zephyr Strike.
Okay, what hit? You hit.
20 to hit.
That is 17 damage. Good job. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
How is it looking?
It is right now. I would say right now, as the arrows pierce, as the arrows go to him, you actually see them pierce a bit more. You actually see some black, I see some blood ooze out, but it's black and it looks almost like sorry, I'm talking too fast. The blood is oozing out slowly, as it seems to basically it seems to almost looks like it's frozen actually, as it comes out slower than ever, and it seems to be wincing a bit. You can see it. You can see it's taking quite a bit of damage.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Okay, is that the end
Are
of
we
your turn?
allowed to see health bars or no?
No.
Gosh, this is
This is real life. You think we could see health bars?
Okay, is that the end of your turn, Aria?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, next up is the Wendigo. It is going to okay. Let me roll a quick okay. Let me roll. I'm gonna roll a d6 actually. Better than a d4.
You can roll a d5 if you type in the chat or
True enough.
/r.
I might do that actually. Oh, 5. Okay. It is going to go after Boris. Sorry, boys.
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm not. It is going to attack. Is going to attack you with its bite.
Mhm.
Sunro, why'd you roll a D2?
You'll
Oh,
see. You'll see.
but yeah, it's gonna attack you with its bite, boys.
Uh-huh.
Nat 1.
Nah.
It
It
actually,
bites itself.
but I'd say it bites its own arm as you move out of the way, dealing itself about I'd say like what is that, like 4 damage. That's 5. It's 5 damage. It does count. It does count. It's 5 damage.
Okay.
So yeah, it does 5 damage. And it is going to. It's gonna move. It's going to move actually up. Actually, no. It's not gonna move. It's gonna. No. It's gonna move over here. Boris and Salto get an attack of opportunity as it moves over here. Actually,
What does that mean?
you basically get a chance to attack at it.
Oh, so I just hit something.
Yes. How many times can he use Divine Smite? Do you guys know?
As much as this has spell slots.
It's relying on your spell slots. Basically, first level spell slots uses 2d8. Second level spell slots use 3d8. It's as many. It just works off the spell slots. It's kind of like extra damage.
Okay.
One d8 plus 1d8 per spell slot used.
Yeah.
So I believe, paladin-wise, he could have 2 or 3 of those things.
I think it's 2 right now.
Let me just quickly look it up for you. And it is 2, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I can use it again.
Okay. Salto is going to take an attack opportunity and uses and try to attack it with his longsword. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Salto managed to hit that thing, dealing 10 damage to it. Nice. Good job, Salto.
Wait, is Sato a paladin as well? Or?
Salto is a paladin.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
And
should
Is
have
that
used
a
these.
magic weapon?
I'm gonna say right now that with this nat 20, he deals 4 damage. No resistance to it. He deals 4 damage. His patron seems to guide him in a way.
Wait a
You
minute.
should also use, you should also use smite on it.
Adam, roll to hit.
Yeah, but like earlier, my hit. You didn't count that as full.
Because you did not roll, because you didn't roll, because that was an advantage. 12, you miss.
I think you skipped, by the way, Darkaza's turn.
No, he didn't.
My
His
turn
turn's
to
next.
use- This is an
The
attack of
actions.
opportunity.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, the Wendigo is moving, so yeah. They're gonna attack opportunities. Now it is Darkaza's turn.
Well, that 1d2 was whether or not I was going to use the thing I still have around my neck.
A pendant.
What did you roll? Oh, we got it too. What does that mean?
I'm using it.
Okay.
It's green, so it's good.
What do you want to use? Okay, what do you want to use it as? I guess I should say. How do you want to use it?
Reverse. 2 billion years.
2 billion years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn into a single-celled organism.
Okay.
You
Make a wisdom
could also-
save.
you could also potentially just have brought it
That's
back.
Nat
a
20.
20!
Okay. As you
Saving
okay.
it for this ultimate
You could also
time.
have potentially brought it back to the start of the universe, creating a big
Okay.
bang
Okay.
explosion.
Hold on. Okay, Darkaza. As you hold on to you hold on to the medallion, and point and do the hand clock thing, and you manage to stop it in its tracks as you reverse his age. twisting your hand, and you see it D8 before you. As a D8, you see it getting younger, and you see it go back to the man it was. The man go back to the baby, and the man is gone by this point. What's floating around is a Wendigo spirit, as it flies around and it exits the building.
Before
The
it
Wendigo
tries to
spirit.
exit, can I try to trap it?
Nope, it is already gone. I'm sorry. The
Damn,
Wendigo
I
spirit
wanted to
has been
trap it in
around.
my mask.
The Wendigo spirit has been
Because
around longer than a billion years. It's been around since the beginning of time. It is going
I
back
got
to
a
its
question.
mountains where it belongs. I need to roll D100.
Dark Kaza.
You're not out of
Have
You're
you
not out of
eaten human
combat.
before?
No.
Oh, okay.
You guys are not out
Just
of
making
combat,
sure.
as the Wendigo has been defeated. Congrats. I
If
need
that's
to...
a nat 20, I don't think it should do the D100.
No. I still need to roll it. Because it doesn't matter if it's not 20 or not. This thing happens.
Shoot.
55. You see a little crack appear. Right in the floor where the Wendigo was. I'd say it's right about here.
Rift in space time.
And you actually see something floating in it. You see a little. Believe it or not, you actually see a plankton, small but able to see it. Believe it or not, floating right inside, stuck in it. You know it's there because you can actually, because it's the only thing, because it's the thing that because it's not moving. That was the man that you did that to. Congrats. You had defeated the Wendigo, while also making sure that you do not tap out space and time. Congrats, guys.
We did it.
I guess you could call me Sorcerer Supreme.
Boo.
Like, what do we do? Because did we even tell anyone? Like,
I'm gonna look for any gold in this place.
I'm sure there's plenty, but like to anyone on the outside that didn't know what was just going on, the fact that he was a Wendigo, it just looks like we straight up murdered a fool and hid his body really well.
They'll
What-
never find the body. They can never prove anything.
Where'd the
Besides
corpse go? What happened?
Looks like he just straight up stopped existing.
This is like the whole dwarf lady incident all over again. We tell no one.
Why? We needed the corpse.
Maybe there's some
Tell
pieces of paper
no one.
slow descent
We
into
get
insanity.
nothing from doing this. I won't be a
So
part of a robbery.
if he keeps using this item, how can we have a decent combat?
I don't use it often.
When he
Still.
gets cornered, which is
It barely
Yeah, we-
grazed our party's total health points. And we did good damage on it.
Alright, guys. You guys got it down to 32. You had 90 hit points. Again, I nerfed this thing for you guys. What, Adam?
Yeah, it's supposed to have 150.
Yeah, again, I nerfed this thing for you guys because of the fact I didn't want to kill you.
Did you nerf its armor class?
No. Its armor class was a 16.
It was still at 16.
16, yep,
Cool.
natural armor. I tried to keep that one because it's a Wendigo. Even if it's newborn,
That's
its natural armor is still that.
That's fair. And you didn't let it do 3 attacks.
Nope, I didn't not give multi-attack. And by the way, none of you guys were close enough to do the whole Aurora starvation. I actually got rid of it, thankfully. I didn't want to kill you guys, but I also
It's not
didn't.
Aurora, it's Aura.
I know, I said it wrong.
Yeah,
it's like
101.
Well, I'm gonna look for gold in here.
Okay,
Is
make
that 10? Because I still block.
Okay,
Did we, by the
make
way, level up from this, or...
no leveling up.
Dang it.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation. I'm not handing levels out like candy, guys. I'm not Xeno.
Ooh, dang, bird.
You managed to find a gold pouch. I found a pouch that basically contains about 10 gold.
I'm taking all of it.
Okay.
What? I need to pay off my debts.
We had like 100 gold bounty. Just boop.
You know,
Well,
pay-
I mean,
is there any
I
sort
could
of
always use
is there any journal?
timey-wimey stuff again.
No timey-wimey. Is there any journal in here where he documented his slow descent into madness from becoming a Wendigo that we could use to prove that what was going on?
Boss, if you want to find out, make a investigation roll. You find a journal that describes exactly that. You actually find
Heck yeah.
he actually seemed to be investigating his own demise, investigating his own I guess investigating his own
Transformation.
thank you, yes, documenting it, probably trying to see if there's a way he can cure it. Eventually giving into it, and found that the only way to cure it was by feeding it. You can see how that went.
We can actually get the money now. Yay. Woo.
Yeah. We don't have to go broke. This won't be a net.
Yay.
What are the
Timey-wimey.
books in here? What are the books in here?
They're just random books about taxes and mainly just town stuff.
Probably
Ooh.
accounting, man.
Nothing
Like,
Let's
else?
see what it is.
Yeah, I thought you said you weren't gonna pillage anything in the room.
No books on
Hey
lore?
man, I just already left.
Well, again, this guy was an advisor, so a lot of this is basically just town stuff. So that
Yeah,
way he
but
can
I
give
mean-
the. Well, if you want,
Oh,
okay,
wait,
fine.
yeah,
Okay,
the
fine, okay,
beard.
fine. Okay, fine. If you want to see, make another investigation.
No, I'm just wondering, what's the pen and the ink and quill? What type of ink is it?
Regular squid ink.
So black ink.
Yes,
I'm taking both of them.
the quill and the ink.
Yep.
Okay. By the way, because as you were looking around for the gold, you actually found in the drawer the corpse of a dead puppy.
Just straight snacking
I
before
want
we.
to try to eat it.
By the
No
way,
way.
the drawer thing was this right here. This drawer, it's like a dresser.
I want to try to eat it.
No.
Make a wisdom save.
No.
You're able to fire it off. Your hand is able to stay shut, and you can you can try to cook it. Make a survival roll if you want to cook it. It's a little crispier than it should be, but it seems okay.
I'm eating it.
Okay, make Constitution.
Tastes like chicken.
It tastes
Burnt ass chicken.
it tastes burnt. In fact,
Just burnt.
yes, just burnt. You just
It
feel
tastes
you just
fire.
feel ash.
Actual meat. It's just dry ash.
Yeah, this is the driest thing you've ever tasted in your life.
Well, at least I know I'm never gonna eat puppy again. Too dry.
How
By the way, did you want to do this in secret, or did you want everyone to see you do this?
I'm fine with people seeing it.
Okay, they're all disgusted by it. I'm pretty sure. You guys are disgusted.
I already
You
know.
you all see this happen.
I don't want to
Trainwreck,
see
you
it.
want to look away, but you can't. It just happens. How did he cook it so fast?
You guys
Those
managed
two
to
sticks.
you guys managed to get out of the advisor's house. and you see some officers come around after hearing the commotion. You actually see the little gnome come out. What's going on here?
Hey,
Can I
little
have a
dude.
little puppy blood around my mouth?
How about we avoid that because we really don't want to get into any more trouble because you just kind of killed just about any evidence we had of this going down. We could have been tried for murder or the disappearance of a very wealthy official. So, on the other hand, hey little man, what's up? Quick, let me run something by you. So this man in here, this nice official that you thought was nice, turns out he wasn't so nice, and here's a book to prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it turns out he was eating people.
The advisor.
Yeah, check it. Check, it's right here on this page where it starts. Here's his journal. Like it kind of looks more like a diary. It's kind of a girly looking book, but yeah, you do you.
He takes the journal from your hands and starts reading it. You see shocked in his eyes, like, I can't believe it. I mean, this is the man who donated to the local puppy shelter.
Yeah, well,
There was a dead one. Shush, you don't talk. You don't mention nothing about that, George. Anyway, yeah.
That puppy shelter was a thieves' guild.
That we knew. We were just waiting.
Oh.
We were just waiting to crack down on it. Although they did have some nice puppies.
The Wendigo kind of destroyed it.
Wait. He was a Wendigo?
Yeah.
Did you not read the book?
I am reading the book. I didn't get to that part. Spoilers.
Slow as
You
hell,
know,
man.
you
That
could
was on.
probably publicize that, etc.
He takes the book and he hands it to another officer. Well, I thank you for your services. I'm sorry to hear that it's sad to hear that the advisor was the one doing the killing.
So
About that money.
Of course. He snaps his fingers. The mayor comes out.
It had a snap of.
Like, yes. He seems to be saddened. Like he's on the verge of tears. I can't believe it. I'm losing my gold. As he hands you each 100 gold.
Nice.
He seems reluctant to let go of it.
I have somewhere I need to go.
Hey, if it makes you any better, Mr. Mayor, all the money that your advisor here had could probably be transferred over to a government
Local funding.
Local funding.
He didn't have the money. He did his book for
Donated
free.
it all.
He did his book for free, and any money he got, he gave to the puppy shelter, which is gone as well. You see him go down on the ground, sobbing.
Oh no!
What time is it?
It is
It's
daytime. By the way, Dakaza.
I meant in game.
In game is daytime. Dakaza, if you want to send the gold something, they point you to a local mail carrier place.
I'm
it's called
delivering this in person.
It's called SUP.
Sup.
Yes, sup. Okay.
But before that, I'm going to the brothel.
You go towards the brothel.
You gonna eat them too?
Them too.
Okay, you go to
I'm
the
good.
brothel, and as you get to it, hey, but how old is your character actually?
Mine?
Yes.
19.
Okay. When you get there, you see a bouncer. He stops you. He asks for your ID. ID, sir.
What do you mean ID?
I need something to verify your age.
You can always
Use your
adventure
card or whatever thing.
Fine.
How to identify my age?
Sir. Hold on. He taps you on the head. Okay, I know your age now. In case you want to know, I just read your mind a bit to know your age.
Oh, then you've probably seen all the fricked up things I've
No,
seen.
no. So for instance, so I can only see people's ages.
Oh, I
I thought it was like tapping on a watermelon to see if it was ripe, kind of thing.
No, he says, so you are 19. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you cannot enter. You cannot enter here. He points towards the sign, and the sign says, orph, orphanage days, day for the orphans to come in and have fun. All the orphans knew, sir. I'm sorry. And you are
You mean
not.
only orphans from the orphanage?
Yes, and yes, and only the young ones. Old ones cannot come in here. They're too old. They can live out life, and they're not orphans anymore. You cannot come here, sir.
Well, that's pretty weird.
Not really, sir.
Corny.
Well, guess I'm heading back to that other town. Anyone want to come with me?
Oh, guys, I'm trying to say the sign that says the brothel on it. There's a sheet rolled over it that says the candy store. This is where they get the candy as well. Have fun. It's a fun store. As you walk away from him, he's just standing there with his arms crossed, and you see an orphan, a little orphan about say like 6 years old, comes up and lets him inside. Go on it, buddy. Have fun.
So basically, they change it out from a brothel to a candy store for orphans sometimes.
Yes, yes, every now and then.
Wholesome brothel.
Yes. I mean, come on. It's right next to an orphanage. What do you think it was gonna do?
Dump the kids off.
See mommy at work.
You even see a little sign that
Oh,
says
Find that
Mother's
Megan
Day.
so hard.
It's Mother's Day here. You see one lady walk out with 12 kids. Have a good day with your kids, ma'am.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Oh, you forgot one. Baker's doesn't.
Shit, where's little Timmy?
Okay, as you go.
A little while to get there, he's still got the whole crutches.
Okay, what's everyone doing right now?
I'm starting my trek back to that other village.
I'm going
Back to the attack.
Probably should rest
Back
up
to the
after
tavern. we
Back
marked
to the
it
other
today.
village?
I mean, don't know why you're heading back.
Yep.
Dakaza is
I
going
got
to.
debt to replay. Pay.
Dakaza, it is going
Actually,
to
can I
take
find?
you.
Can I find transportation?
It is still going to take you about a day or two just to get back to the village. Even with transportation.
Be back in a day or two.
We
Dakaza?
Maybe-
Okay. You don't find any transportation. No one's wanting to go back to their town from before. Even Maddie and the group are already moved on to the next town. Sadly, no one's wanted to go back to the town from before. All of them are continuing up north. They're
If
continuing
only
to
I were a
go
more
this way.
competent mage.
Hmm?
If only I were a more competent mage.
If only I could teleport. Now, so you still want to try to go back?
I guess.
Okay. Roll d20. Ten. It takes you. You don't encounter anything, thankfully, and it takes you about a 4 day to get back to town. I'm not gonna pull up right now because I'm gonna say you get back to town and you pay off your debt. Okay, I'm fast on this. Or if you
That's
want, you
fine.
can roleplay. Do you want to roleplay?
I just want to pay off that debt.
Okay. Okay, you pay off your debt, manage to get back to the library. She is shocked by this, by the way. It's like, thank you.
Well, I kind of owed you for, all this.
Yeah, the library, by the way, is looking a bit brand new. It seems they've already started reconstructing. You're the first person to actually pay off my debt. I pay off all my debts.
Yeah, because I'm not an idiot and you'd probably hunt me down.
Oh, you won't believe it. I would. I'll remember you. As she goes on to pay off the workers who are fixing a place. You managed to get back to town with everyone. And everyone, what have you been doing for those 2 days?
Um,
Okay, let me look at the prices, the market. What are they selling on the market? Do they sell any potions?
You see a couple healing potions. Uh, one or two. You see a couple of scrolls as well. You even see some food.
Okay, I don't eat food, so I'll probably buy some potions. Are they 50 gold?
A healing potion is a, a healing potion depends on what kind of healing potion you want.
Hmm. What are the variants amongst this?
There are supreme healing potions. Sorry, not supreme. Sorry, greater healing potions. Those are 50 gold, and regular healing potions are, I'd say, about 20 gold.
Uh, 48, 88 plus 8, 28 plus.
I
So
would
no
like
lesser
like,
healing?
Yeah, greater.
No lesser healing. This is a prosperous trading town. They don't take lesser healing here.
Get me 2 graders.
Okay then,
So
that'll be
100
100 gold.
Okay, take that out.
Okay, you get 2 greater healing potions. Congrats.
Okay, so that's 44 plus 4 or 88 plus 8?
You should be able to look it up actually on the little eye icons here.
That pretty sure. Yeah, it ain't on there. The greater stuff is
That's weird.
I think, where is it from?
Hold on,
It is greater.
Hold on, I'm looking up quickly.
Oh, it's 44. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So the
44
14.
plus 4.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so you got 2 of those. Boris, what are you doing?
Hiding.
Okay. Aria, what are you doing?
well, I was basically first looking through any type of tools, what I could get as best, but nothing so far I can see helps me, so
Okay.
I've been basically just wandering through nature.
Okay. Saltor is sitting at a table. He hasn't talked since you guys defeated the Wendigo. It seems he's thinking about something. Uh, Darkaza, do you do anything on the way back to the town? Back to the group, I guess I should say.
Yes, I hunt for monsters.
You hunt for monsters on the trail back to the group. Okay. Make a make a survival roll. So survival, yeah.
Nat
Nat
20,
20.
baby.
Okay. You don't find any signs of monsters so far. You find signs of wolves, maybe a few bears. Not a lot of monsters really. The only thing you can find the monsters are some rumors about a town ahead of where your group is. Not the town your group is in right now, but the next town after that.
Any
Uh,
rumors about dragons?
no dragons. It seems dragons are an old myth of this world, actually, like old legends, really. So yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, the only thing you find are rumors of the next town over. Some saying that town is weird, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Can I persuade them to say weird how?
They don't know. I'm gonna say no. You don't need to because they don't know. They just know that, as far as they know, they just know
It's
that
just weird.
yeah, it's just weird. You know, they can't they can't place it. It just seems whenever they go there, it just seems very weird.
Off.
Yes, off. Uh, you managed to get back with the rest of the group as you managed to reconnect with them as it's been 2
Before I
days.
get back, I'm going to try to bag like 2 or 3 wolves and a bear or 2.
Okay, okay, roll a d20. Straight d20. Actually, no. No. Fuck it. Use it. You managed to bag 2 wolves. No bear. How are you carrying the wolves?
Well, first I cut off their pelts.
Okay.
Survival
Yes, please. No, actually, yeah, it's 5.
for both. 2 different ones.
Nope, just one.
Okay.
14. You managed to do an okay job. You know, you nick a few things, but other than that's fine.
And I'm going to cut some of the meat and use that as my main food source along the way of the trip.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to use wolf meat as my main food source on the trip.
You can add them to your rations.
Perfect.
Okay. You managed to get 4 rations from it. Congrats. So you make your way back to town, and you manage to reconnect with the group.
I'm going to try to sell these 2 wolf pelts.
Make a persuasion. You managed to sell them. How much do you want to sell them?
Well, these wolves were decently hard to bag. I'd say 15 gold per pelt.
Make another persuasion. You managed to get 20 gold per pelt.
20 per pelt?
20
Well,
per pelt.
I'm back at 100 gold.
Congrats. Okay, you managed to. Okay, everyone is back at the tavern, talking with each other. Dakaza, you walk in, and you see everyone sitting at a table. Everyone seems to greet you. Sator looks up and says, "Hey," and then he goes back to thinking.
How's everything been?
Where have you been?
I had to go pay off a debt.
We we could have went back with you. We still working this job outside of sorts.
I gained 20 gold on my journey. Sorry, 40 gold. I was fine on my own.
Sure, you're fine on your own, but come on. Look, I don't know how you used to do it as a lone wolf, but you're part of a group. You have that timepiece, and if someone would try to track you down for it, you definitely wouldn't be able to handle it yourself. Because that magic, whoever wants it, definitely has the means to take it. Did anyone see you with it? Other than,
No.
the normal
I
people?
stayed pretty much alone.
Alright.
Though I did hear some strange rumors about the next town over.
Anything in particular?
Local rumors say that it just seemed off.
Alright. Well, let's get our gear. Do you need more supplies? We're about to head off.
Nah, I got some extra supplies from killing a few wolves.
Alright.
Though,
Well-
actually, I might want to try to find a prosthetic arm.
Okay. You do that. Let's meet back up around noon. Let's head off then. See if we can find a job.
Okay, you guys get ready to leave town. And this is where we are going to end our session today, guys. Hey, this is Gavin from the Cursed Crew, and I just want to say thank you for watching our videos. If you want to see us be cursed live, then come watch us on Twitch. There we stream the Cursed Crew every Saturday, one-shots every now and then, and even just play a random game while interacting with the chat. Now, if you want to do more and support us, then go to our Patreon. There you can gain access to our Patreon discount, get updates early on, and even more benefits. Both links are in the description below. Check them out and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys have a great day.